Hi, I'm Aubrey from Aubrey Originals. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how gorgeous this pumpkin floral arrangement is? I'm so excited to show you how I made this because it's so easy. I don't know why I was so intimidated by this project. I've seriously had these supplies collecting dust for the last year because I didn't know how to start. But once I did, it probably took me a half hour is all. So yeah. If you like these videos and want to see more of them, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And say hi in the comments because it always makes my day to hear from you. For this project, you will need a white foam pumpkin. Mine is about 8 inches tall, 9 inches wide. I didn't realize it when I started, but my pumpkin is solid foam, which is so awesome. That seriously makes this project so easy. So that's what I recommend you get. If you're using a carvable craft pumpkin that's hollow, then you'll also need some floral styrofoam and hot glue to secure it inside your pumpkin. And you'll have to cut your top off the pumpkin to do that, which you'll see later, the cut marks where I attempted to do that to mine before realizing it totally wasn't even necessary. You'll need a variety of fall floral picks and stems. I got all of mine at Hobby Lobby. Wait until they're at least 40% off, and if you're shopping at the end of the season, you can often still get some picks at 75 to even 90% off, so that's my favorite time to shop. You'll also need wire cutters to trim the floral picks down and possibly scissors to separate the bigger bunches. For the florals, you'll want some large sunflowers or mums. I used one of the larger, lighter blush colored ones and 2 of the smaller brown ones. You'll want some non-floral greenery type picks. I used 4 of these eucalyptus picks. Then some wispy sprays like this bunch. I used everything on this one except the pumpkin. And I used this little pumpkin pick instead. And hydrangeas make great fillers. I used 3. Then some leaves. I used about 5 of these. Then I've got a variety of other tall picks. I ended up using the one in my left hand and some of the berry looking one on the table. Okay, let's get started. For those solid foam pumpkins, all you have to do is twist and pull on the stem and it'll pop right out. Accidentally carving the top wasn't the worst thing because it gave me this line that I kind of used as a guide for where to place everything. But basically you're just going to start placing the floral picks in a circle around the top of the pumpkin. It's really tricky to push the entire pick through the foam, so you can cut the ends off to make them shorter. I honestly didn't know what I was doing here, but I figured these eucalyptus fillers would look good at the base of the arrangement, so I spaced 3 out evenly. And then I chose a front for my pumpkin and placed my 2 large sunflowers for the focal point. Your arrangement may or may not have a front like mine. I designed this knowing it would go on my entry table, but if you're creating a centerpiece, you may want to make your arrangement a little more symmetrical. That being said, mine still looks good from any angle really, so you really can't go wrong here. I used hydrangea picks to fill in my gaps at the base. And here's what we're looking like so far. Next, I used these fluffy grass pieces and decided to separate them, and then added some more tall wispy pieces to give my arrangement some height variation. I removed the pumpkin off this floral spray, and later on I actually separated all these pieces to use individually. So if your arrangement is looking a little unnatural and flat, you might want to do that too. Now you can still see big gaps at the top of the pumpkin, so more hydrangea picks to the rescue. And then this fun stick pumpkin pick thing, and I wasn't loving the position of everything yet, so I played around with it a bunch. I skipped this part, but you can see now that I swapped that front hydrangea for a eucalyptus spray. I liked the way that draped better in the front. And then I separated that center bunch and spread it out. I put one of those leaves sticking up behind the eucalyptus, and then there's another piece hiding around the back of the pumpkin. Next, you'll want to add some picks around the base, kind of like a collar. So go with something wispy, lacy, like this one I'm using, and then we'll add some leaves as well. My leaves actually came attached together on a bush, but I had previously separated them. So I didn't really have a pick to stick into the pumpkin, just the little end of the leaf. So I poked a hole in the pumpkin with one of my discarded pick ends and then just shoved the end of the leaf into that, which actually worked just fine. If you absolutely need to, you could use some hot glue, but use it sparingly so you don't squish your florals and lose the natural fluffiness of the arrangement. And here is my finished arrangement. Amazingly, this is exactly how I envisioned it in my head, and one of the easiest crafts I've done in a while. It also looks so gorgeous on my entry table. You can see more pictures and details in the blog post at aubreyoriginals.com, linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.